Google has got quite a difficult task now because there are so many businesses in every industry out there. When we Google something, Google's got to decide which ones should I show you in my results page, right? And if you imagine there are 10 accountancy practices and they've all got websites which kind of look quite similar and talk about the same sort of stuff, right, and the same amount of information, how's Google going to choose what order to put them in? So what Google has said is, well, some of those 10 businesses might not be in business anymore. So one of the things I'm going to look at is I'm going to see if there's any signals this business is still alive. And if business A has got a Facebook page and they've posted this week, they're definitely still alive. If business B has got a Facebook page but they last posted a year ago, I'm not sure if they're alive. If business C hasn't even got a Facebook page, I think they're dead, right? And that's how Google's working these days. It's really looking at what we call social signals as a real indication of who are the active businesses, who should it be sticking at the top of Google results. So this is why it's not an option anymore. These businesses that stick their heads in the sand and go, oh no, I don't do Facebook, that's for the children. You haven't really got the option because your competitors are, and they are all rising to the top. And all those that are sticking their head in the sand and ignoring internet marketing and social stuff are all falling to the bottom. So there's a problem. And the problem is that all these businesses need to be doing more with internet marketing, but they don't know how to do it. They haven't got the time to do it. So there's a massive opportunity for all of you guys, or maybe for some of you guys, to jump into that gap. That's what I'm doing with Internet Business School. I'm filling that gap of this skill shortfall. But you can learn about this stuff and you can teach it, or you can learn about this stuff and you can do it as an outsourced service for business owners. You can provide that service where you do the done-for-you marketing service. And this is one of those rare professions where you can become an expert in a relatively short space of time. If you use a solicitor or an accountant, the charge out rates for partners in solicitor and accountancy firms are 200 quid an hour, right? That's what you pay. But they only get to that level after they've studied their subject for 3 years, 5 years or more. In internet marketing, in about 7 days of training, you can actually go out there and you're worth 200 quid an hour. And we've got numerous people that have done that because as an internet marketing consultant, that's what you can charge out your time at. And if you're smart, you can act as a kind of middleman because you can go to a business and say, I'll look after your internet marketing and get them to pay you 500 quid, 1,000 quid a month. You can then spend just a couple of hours a month because you know what needs to be done, and then you can outsource the kind of nitty-gritty day-to-day work to other people to do on a much lower rate. And it might be that you get somebody in the Philippines to do content posting on Facebook every day, and the Philippines person just spends 10 minutes per business per day. But if they're working on $3 or $4 US an hour, you can see there's a massive margin in your 1,000 quid fee that you charge a month to make on that. So there is a huge opportunity for any of you, particularly if you've got experience in teaching, training, consultancy, or sales. There's a massive opportunity to become marketing consultants and actually teach business owners how to do this or do it for them. And we've got loads of people that have done our diploma program, for example. Rob's one great example. Rob was a guy who worked in the motor trade, came and did training with us. In his first month, he got 11 grand in the door through selling his newfound skills that it took him 4 days to get to local businesses. And his first client, he got on the first page of Google in 2 weeks. And they thought Rob could walk on water. So they actually started being a mouthpiece for him, telling all their friends, this guy's a blooming genius. He's got us on the first page of Google in 2 weeks. The previous mob we were paying 400 quid a month for a year, and they never got us anywhere. So he didn't even have his own website. The irony of not having your own website when you're an internet marketing consultant. He didn't have his own website for the first year because he was so busy just serving customers that were just being referred that he didn't have time or didn't need to make his own site.